Hello, everybody. It's Ryan from Pi Records, and I'm here with Jimmy from
The Aqualads.
the Aqualads. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm glad we finally hooked up and are able to do this. I've been listening to your music all week, and as always, I look forward to these interviews. But uh, you have a great sound, and I want to talk to you a little bit about it today.
Sounds good.
Cool. First, let's start with the band. Could you tell me the members and what instruments they play?
Yeah, Daryl Lussery plays drums, Greg Walsh lead guitar, and Brad Morris lead guitar. I'm a bass player. I used to be a guitar player, but now I'm the bass player. Enjoy that a little bit better.
Okay. All right. And so how would you describe your band? I know there's definitely surf. It's definitely a surf band, but I detected maybe a little lounge and tropical music in there.
A little bit on the newer stuff. We're getting older. We've been together. This will be our 26th year. I can't believe it, but we started young. I'm a young man. Not really. But no, I would classify us as traditional surf band. I mean, I think we've really stayed true to the initial vision of what we wanted it to do.
Cool. You have some stuff out that you put out yourself, also stuff from High Tide. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep. Those guys, High Tide's great.
How'd you hook up with Vince and his wife?
He called me just randomly out of the blue and asked us if we wanted to play their surf festival in New Jersey. And we went up there and played, and it's on YouTube and whatever. And I think we did really well. And he's like, "I want to put your record out." And I said, "Okay, let's do it." We had never been with a label. I was always kind of weary about it, but they've treated us so well, and they're just a class act, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. I was checking out. I'm not sure if you personally have a YouTube page, but the Aqualads definitely have videos on YouTube. And for anybody that's watching the interview, you could click the link at the bottom, and there's an Aqualads link that goes to your videos of your band. And I really enjoyed it. Can you tell me a little bit about your artwork? It's super. I don't know how to say it. The girl in the bikini. It's very 50s-esque.
We just flat out bought that off the internet. I mean, when was that? That was in the 2010s, and the artist was named Marco Almera, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it was just basically just stock art, and we just bought it.
Wow, yeah, it's really killer.
Yeah. Thank you.
So, what are you guys up to today? Is he putting? Is High Tide putting out something new for you? What are you working on?
I just talked with Vincent. Well, again, we've been doing this 26 years, so, and we are older dudes, so we usually take December, January, February, the cold months off, and even sometimes March. We usually come back out in the spring every year. It's just a pain to drag the gear out, and it's cold. And we have it like that. I was talking with Daryl, my drummer, yesterday. He's like, "What do we got coming up?" And when I thought about it, I was like, I really haven't booked a gig in 10 years. Everything just comes to us. Starting in March, people just hit us up. What are you guys doing? Can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? And it lasts through, September, October, November. We did our 25th anniversary in November, October, November of last year, which is a great success. And everybody knows that we just take the time off. We take 3 months off and recharge the batteries and write some new stuff and go from that. But to answer to your question, yeah, I talked with Vincent last week, and we are dropping a new single And he said, when do you want to do it? And I said, let's do it. We have it. It's in the can. But he said, I asked him, let's just do it like in April, May, whatever, to kick off the summer.
Cool. Can people expect
I mean,
more traditional surf, or did you come up with some different ideas?
yeah. I mean, it baffles me how many. I mean, surf used to be surf years ago when we started, and for many years, and now there are all these subgenres of surf. Excuse me, horror surf, and I mean, a lot of the surf bands have turned into lounge music or exotica or all that stuff. But I like to rock, man. I mean, I come from a punk rock background, and I like to play fast and play hard.
Yeah, cool. I definitely understand that. What is so you're in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
How is the surf scene down there? Is there a surf scene down there?
I mean, we are the surf scene down here. 100%.
So where do you guys play? Do you play locally at like maybe a bar or something like that, or do you have to travel to find other bands?
And again, I spoke with Daryl about this yesterday. I mean, when we started, you could go out and play a nightclub and make $800 a night. It's no big whoop. But there are so many bands out these days that'll only play for free or play for $100 here or there. That again, I mean, I feel icky calling our local down the street and saying, "Oh, I need $500. I need $800 to do it," because they don't have it. They can't do that. You know what I mean? And there's 25 other bands that'll play for free. So the whole dynamic of playing live music and being in a band is drastically different than when we started. And it's just difficult. I mean, I'm more into playing like events or festivals or fly gigs where we get paid rather than hashing it out. I mean, again, I'm 50 years old. I'm not 24. You know what I mean? I'm not 25.
Yeah.
I started when I was 24 years old, so I can't really. I can't drag myself out to a nightclub and and do it. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So where can people find
the COVID?
Go ahead.
The COVID stuff didn't help any. We dropped our record. I think we dropped our newest record in April of 2020, right? And we had a bunch of stuff to promote that, and everything canceled. Everything canceled.
Oh man, was that on vinyl?
Yeah, that was on. That's our latest High Tide release, Castaway.
So how did it do despite COVID?
How did we do?
How did the record do despite COVID? I mean, it was good that you got it out when you did.
That is done well. I mean, we went down to we played this thing last September called Aqualads down in Florida, and we sold out every record. We sold every CD and I took a bunch, and we sold every record, every CD, every vinyl that we had. And we could have sold more if I'd have brought more. You know what I mean?
Awesome. So, what the new single you have? Is there more songs that you're going to bring? Are you allowed to talk about it? That you may have worked on during the lockdown?
Yeah, we recorded. I think when we went in, I think we did 6 or 8 tunes, and we dropped 4 on the Castaway EP. So we have some in the can. There's another 2 coming out on High Tide again this spring. I don't know which ones we're going to do yet, but again, it'll be a spring release to kick off our summer, our summer run of shows.
Where were you be touring this summer?
When I say that, I mean, normally we'll do like a 2 or 3 day thing, but we don't go out for weeks at a time. Everybody's got full-time jobs, and we just go where we get asked to go. Again, I have never booked gigs in a long time, and we stay busy, and it's kind of interesting to. I mean, we have some set in, stuff that happens every year that we play, and we will play nightclub. We'll do a benefit here and there. It's just whatever we get asked to do. If it makes sense, we'll do it.
Cool. So we can look forward to your new single on High Tide. People that are interested in the band can link to their videos in featured channels. Is there anything you'd like to talk about or mention that I might not have asked about?
I mean, the surf's a quirky genre. You know what I mean? We've done it 20 times more than the original surf bands did it. You know what I mean? I love surf beat music. I love the beat of surf music, and any song can be a surf song. We've run through 80s covers, and we've actually had a buddy come up with us. There was a band in Charlotte here years ago, a major influence on us, called the Mighty Diamels, and several of the members have played with us on and off over the years, and we have one of the singer vocalists that comes up with us now. We've never done vocal songs ever. We've been a strict surf band, and he'll come up and do we do some of those Mighty Diamels, old Fats Dominoes and stuff like that, and it's really fun, and it's kind of put a spin on it. I mean, we're kind of about doing that. I don't know if we'll ever do like a vocal recording. But it's interesting. It's fun to play with the singer because we've never done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just
totally.
early rock and roll. And I mean, we're somewhat in a quandary in that it's hard there's nobody really. I don't want to say rock and roll is dead, but old rock and roll, it's like, is it for old folks now? We're old, but is it for just old folks only? It seems like in this area anyway, it's like death metal and DJs. That's all I see. That's mainly what goes around. I mean, we have our niche, and the people like us. We get paid to do what we do, but I don't want to say it's discouraging, but I mean, it is what it is, and I can't. But we just do what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have no plans of breaking up or folding or retiring or anything like that. But we've done a lot, man. We've been everywhere. We've done every festival. We've traveled to Europe. We've done everything that I couldn't imagine a little surf band from Charlotte, North Carolina would do. Play with everybody, play with Dick Dale and all the legends, John Blair and everybody. And it's just I liken surf to kind of like blues music. All blues cats are dead, and there's a new what am I trying to say? There's all these subgenres that have come out now with horror surf, and it's got all these, but a lot of that stuff to me is just like heavy metal bands without a singer. It's not true surf music to me. And it's just weird. I love it. I love rockabilly, but I don't love psychobilly. I like the groove and the sound of that old music. And so maybe I don't want to say I'm aged out, because we still do what we do and we have an audience, but it's just weird.
Yeah.
And that's really all I can say.
What were some of the highlights of your festivals? The bands that you might have seen that kind of, say, man, I'm glad I traveled to see this. You mentioned playing with Satan's Pilgrims.
Yeah, we did that years ago. They toured out here, and I think we only did one with them, but they were a big influence. Again, when we started, it was, I come from a punk rock background, but obviously the Pulp Fiction movie kicked off a lot of surf bands back then. Boss Martians was way before that, but just a lot of stuff happened then, and it was hot for a long time. I mean, we won tons of awards. We've done theater productions as a backing band for theater productions. We've done pretty much everything That was Psycho Beach Party. I think we did like a month run of Psycho Beach Party. Um, we've done everything we can do, and so at this point, it's like we just like to play. I mean, we don't really have anything to prove, in the surf genre, but it's still fun to get. It's still fun to play. Everything else that goes along with it is horrible, but once the amps cut on, it's really fun to play.
Speaking of amps, are you up for a couple of gear questions?
Sure.
All right, let's start with the amps, like you just said. Do you use a reverb tank, and what kind of amps do you use?
62 Fender Showman, 62 Fender Bandmaster. I play Ampeg gear just because the old Fender bass gear really doesn't hold up, not loud enough, and we like to play loud. And those Showmans, that's just where it is, man. All the blonde amps, they're great.
Awesome. What are some of the interesting things that might be different about your gear, specifically towards the bass guitar?
Again, I play two. We play tube amps. So I mean, nothing sounds like it. You know what I mean? You can drive I liken it to like a sports car. I mean, you can drive a 60 GTO or 65 GTO, or you can drive a new Pontiac something. You know what I mean? It's like they're totally different animals.
Yeah, totally. So Jimmy, I want to thank you so much for lending me your time. I know everybody that's in a band's got a full-time gig and like a job and family, and I really appreciate you setting aside some of your time for me, because I really enjoyed your music.
Definitely, Ryan. Thanks for doing it, man. And I love your podcast. It's great.
Thank you so much.
And I wish you success, man.
Thank you.
I'd like to give a shout out to High Tide, and all their bands are great. And Vincent, they just do. They're the shit right now, if I can say that word.
Super. He's always super busy putting stuff out, and it's good to see, like, when you see the packaging, the packages show up at his house, he posts a picture, and it's like just giant pallets full of records. It's good to see.
Yeah, totally, man. They're the pros. They're the ones doing, as far as the surf genre. They are the ones.
Cool, man.
And how?
All right, man. You have a great night, and just chill. And I can't wait to hear the tune.
Awesome, Ryan. Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you.